Welcome back everyone, JL Wasabi here again, and today we will go into detail on the breakout unit with the best average placement in patch 15.1 so that you know how to use him. But before we dive in, smash the like button like you're smashing your opponent with a tiger tornado and subscribe to my channel so I can continue pretending that my guides are useful. It may not come as a surprise to some of you, but the unit with the best average placement as of this video recording is Braum, with an average placement of 3.62 consistently across all ELO brackets. Why is the average placement of Braum so good in this set? First is that he is a crowd control machine. Yes, even better than Jarvan, like how Kobuko's AoE knockup was like last set. Secondly, Braum has a built-in execute in his kit. He is also a super tanky attack fighter. And lastly, he is OP due to the champ. Diving deeper into Braum, his ability called El Tiger Tornado, which means the Tiger Tornado, is essentially a tornado where he grabs the primary target and spins him around like a tornado for 1.5 seconds. During these 1.5 seconds, the primary target is stunned and Braum's Tiger Tornado does AoE damage in a 2-hex radius. He is not done yet. Thereafter, he throws the primary target forward and deals more AoE damage. If the primary target's health falls below 18%, they are executed and thrown off the board like how Set 9 Cassante kicked units out of the board. While this 18% threshold can be further increased with Braum's AP, don't bother to do so since he is not a magic damage unit. But feel free to try out wacky AP Braum builds to execute enemies. All these are further added to the fact that his ability only costs 60 mana to cast, making it easy to get off multiple stuns in a fight on top of the chain stuns from his Luchador trait and other Luchador units on the board. As already explained, Braum can deal a lot of damage due to his execute effect, as well as his ability being AoE in nature. These are further enhanced by the bonus AD that Braum receives from his origin Luchador, granting him 15 AD with 2 Luchador and 40 AD with 4 Luchador. Braum is also crazy tanky, even though he's not a tank class but an attack fighter. His innate tankiness stems from his origin, Luchador, and his class Bastion. Luchador gives Braum a free heal when he reaches 50% health, with a 20% max health heal with 2 Luchador and 50% max health heal with 4 Luchador, essentially bringing him back to full health. While the heal is nice, the real deal comes in the cleanse that also activates at 50% health. This cleanse rids him of any negative effects like crowd control and burn before joining back the fight again. Braum's other trait, Bastion, also provides him with additional resistance, especially at the start of combat. Also as an attack fighter, the built-in Omnivamp also helps towards Braum's survivability. Moving on to Braum's unique trait called the Champ. As the name sounds, this trait is all about winning. When Braum is in combat, each combat win grants 2 poros that you can see visually following your tactician in the game. These poros do not provide any benefits in your combats, but are there to mitigate tactician damage if you happen to lose. Each poro you have prevents 1 tactician damage, but in return, you will lose 75% of the poros you currently have if you lose. I assume that this rounds down, but I am not too certain about it. For example, if you win 5 combats with Braum, you will have accumulated 10 poros, and if you happen to lose the next combat, it will prevent 10 tactician damage, but your current poros will drop from 10 to 2 since you lose 75% of them. Seems like wrestling scene is pretty cutthroat and the fans will leave you easily. Itemization for Braum is per his attack fighter role, with Bloodthirster, Sterak's Gauge, and Edge of Night as the top items to have, as these items synergizes very well with the Luchador heal and cleanse that occurs at 50% health, while these items have effects that activate at 40% or 60% health, letting you drag out the fight even longer. You can also equip Braum with mana tank items like Protector's Bow and Adaptive Helm to get off even more casts in each fight so as to chain stun your enemies with endless Tiger Tornadoes. Recommended power-up options are Efficient, again for more cast and crowd control, or Unstoppable and Serious Slam for even more crowd controls from the power-up effects. Some tips for this comp involves playing around his execute effect to kick enemy units out of the board. We usually want to put Braum directly against the enemy main tank so that we can execute them at 18% health, provided our Braum can survive the onslaught at combat start. Otherwise, you can use Positioning or Spectral Cutlass artifact to target and snipe the opponent carries in the corners as well. This would be an example of putting Braum in the front center hex head-on against opponent main tanks. The next example will be to position the front row so that Braum may have a chance of walking up towards the corner units if your frontline units manage to wrap around their main tank. Last would be the usual corner-to-corner snipe using Spectral Cutlass, assuming that your Braum is upgraded and deals enough damage to execute the carries before teleporting back. Thanks for watching. If this guide helped you gain LP or at least helped you to lose it slower, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for future updates and meta guides.